Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing an analysis on the Cincinnati Zoo and how Harambe could have been saved. So you all know that he was the nation's hero and he was just living his life as happy as ever. But there was a chance he could have survived, and we'll look at the details today. Wait a second. Oh, this isn't my Harambe video. Oh, just forget I said anything. Let's continue with this. Let's continue with the Gravity Falls. Editor, just take this part out. Yeah. Today I'm going to be talking about the unaired pilot of Gravity Falls. If you haven't seen it, click the link in the description below and enter the username/password also in the description. Once you've seen the full pilot, come back to this video and watch the analysis and my thoughts on it. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the weird design of the Mystery Shack. It looks all purple and there's a neon sign pointing towards it. I'm glad that they didn't use this design because it just feels a lot better if the shack is made out of wood with no special lights and bright colors attracting tourists. When you see a place in the middle of the woods like this, it'd be more realistic if it's just made out of wood, so the design they went with in the show is much better than this. Now there were a few things in the pilot that never happened in the first episode of Gravity Falls. One of these moments is the whole popsicle bit. There's nothing really to analyze here, but I wouldn't have been mad if it was included in the real first episode of the show. Some of it was actually funny, and it kept up with the Gravity Falls sense of humor. The one thing I would say is odd is when Stan pulls out Grampers. I say this is strange because this sort of thing would never appear in the actual show, as it just feels out of place. In Gravity Falls we never see a real life face, and that would just be pretty creepy. Alex and the crew probably didn't decide to do this sort of thing in the show because it sort of takes away from the cartoony aspect. Another thing I want to talk about is a journal. It's called Dr. Crackpot's Book of the Damned, and Dipper had it from the beginning. Chances are we don't see him actually finding it due to time constraints. This is also why characters like Seuss and Wendy never appeared, because it's a pilot and it can't introduce every single element that a first episode would actually have. Now it looks like the journal has both English and some random language, so I really wouldn't like this design if it was actually in the show. It makes the tone of the show feel a lot more mythological instead of mysterious, and that probably wouldn't be too good. The rest of the episode plays out similar to the actual episode, but I want to talk about the strange ending. It was nothing like we've seen before, and none of it happened in Tourist Trapped. The most important part of the ending is when the gnome leader guy gets turned into a statue and a bird lands on him. This is extremely significant because it shows that Alex had a general plan for Bill to be turned into a statue, as this is exactly what happens in Weirdmageddon 3. We see the Bill statue, and shortly after a random bird lands on his hand. It's amazing how far back the show was planned, and this unaired pilot is proof of that. Overall, I'm surprised Alex was embarrassed by this pilot. It really wasn't too bad, and even though there were a few issues, as a whole it was still interesting and mysterious. The direction they went in for the actual show was a lot better, but then again, you can't expect much from a pilot. Anyway, that's all for this video. Be sure to give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.